Greetings everyone, my name is Algie. Welcome back to Bravely Default for the Nintendo 3DS. We are now in Florum and we are about to enter this place here, but we have a party chat before of that. Two tired boys. Young. You saw this? They just woke up. Yes. What's got you two yawning first thing in the morning? Actually, don't answer that. Ring a bell. I can't guess about this. Why are you tired? Isn't it obvious? Those darn neon signs were flickering all night long. Then as soon as I finally get to sleep, Mr. Night Owl over here comes stumbling back to the room. And we already know you are a neurotic sleeper. Can't we call it a light sleeper? Look, here's some coffee. These are dire times, and so I made it black. Thanks, that's great. Ha! Look at this one. He fell asleep still holding the cup. Don't go drowning in your coffee, ring a bell. Yeah, I can imagine that Ring a Bell was doing something at the night in this city. Ooh, yeah, I can imagine. Well, let's go and let's enter this place. What's going on here?
Who might you be, child?
I am Agnes Oblige, Vestal of Wind. It has been many years, Lady Matriarch.
Oh, I see it now. My, but you've grown, dear. Florum is more beautiful for your visit.
On the topic of Florum's beauty, Lady Matriarch, just what has happened here?
Then you've seen it, have you? Be sister to the flowers, woods, and waters, pure of mind and body. Those were Florum's ways. Emphasis on were, I fear. Now the girls war over who can ornament herself the loudest. They spend their days staring into mirrors, while nature's beauty is lost to them. Their neglect has turned Florum's lands to wastes. Her beauty is all but lost.
How has this happened?
At some point, there emerged the notion that prosperity was limited only to the most beautiful.
But you guide this land's laws, Lady Matriarch. Did you notice no change?
Not until it was complete, I fear. It truly was an insidious thing. And now, I am left to curse my powerlessness to reverse this corrosive tide.
I join you in despair, Lady Matriarch. My pure and...
Going to cut you off there, Ring a Bell. Lady Matriarch, I wish to speak with the Vestal of Water. Is Olivia at the temple?
Ah, of course. The two of you were so inseparable as girls. You scarce passed a day apart. Seems almost yesterday that. Fond memories of fairer times. But I fear the Vestal of Water is in hiding. Even I cannot say where she makes her hermitage.
No.
Then how does the Temple of Water fare?
It suffers for the absence of its mistress and her acolytes. These months have seen it go ragged.
Agnes, it may still hold some clue. Why don't we begin there?
Yes, of course.
So Olivia is not here anymore, not in the Temple of Water. Is it somewhere near? Oh. Let me check. The water vessel and me. It sounds like you and the vessel of water were really close. Olivia was my one and only friend. She is very dear to me. We are the same age and were selected as vessels around the same time. Then we succeeded our predecessors and became full vessels together as well. We were always together, walking the same path in step. I do not know that I could have endured the vessel training without her. She was always the talented one, smarter than I, but kinder as well. She shone so brightly. There was a time we traded letters nearly every day. Despite the distance separating us, she always felt close by. Once we became vessels, our responsibilities kept us from writing as often, but I never imagined anything like this. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll find her. She's probably busy looking for you right now, too. Whoa, yeah. Yes, of course, and thank you, Tiz. Okay. And where do we have to go? Not here, that's for sure. So let's leave this this sacred holy place of women, and let's go to some other boring place. I don't know. Maybe to a temple. Okay, I was just joking. And the temple is this way. Is it on the water? Or in the middle of the water? What is this? Oh, there you go. It kinda looks like the other temple, the Temple of Wind. So let's go, let's enter and let's search this place. A pious life. Not a person in sight. Still, it's a relief to see the temples unharmed. The Temple of Wind was torn apart. I was worried we would find the same here. Indeed. At the very last, it seems the acolytes escaped harm. Or so I hope. The smell of the air here is so nostalgic. I hear all 4 temples share a similar design. Perhaps they all feel this way. The constitution is plain, just stone and simple windows. No ornaments to speak of. But when the sun filters in, the player hall was suffused with a calm warmth. I used to love just watching the light pour through the windows. I can imagine how peaceful that could be. I'm certain it seems a dreadful, dull and monotonous life to outsiders, but to me, life in the temple was rich and perfectly tranquil. Tranquility is great in moderation. But didn't you ever get the urge to know what was going on in the outside world? It is not as if we completely forsook the world around us. The world within the temple was simply enough for us, that's all. Okay, so are there monsters here? And yeah, it seems that this place, well, it's not just the same as the other temple.
This place is in a grim state, but it feels different from the Temple of Wind somehow.
There are no traces of damage from monster or miasma. This is erosion. Time left these scars.
So, in other words, the acolytes and the Vestal is not here a long time ago? Or what? Well, it's much more comfortable to raid this place without any enemies.
Nothing. There's no sign of anyone here.
The same as the Temple of Wind.
No. It looks the same, but it's anything but. What do you mean? It isn't that no one is here. There is no sign of anyone ever having been here. Not in years.
What happened here? It's really strange. Why is this temple? Ice charm? Maybe we'll have some ice fight here. X potion. And another conversation.
Have a look. These are Vestal garbs, aren't they?
They should be Olivia's.
The design is a bit different from yours, Agnes. Not bad, I must say.
Must you? Really?
It really worries me. What could happen here? Oh noes. Oh noes. That looks creepy. That's the crystal room for sure. Nothing here. Remedy obtained. I'm really sure that we won't be able to fight with any monsters. Maybe this crystal is possessed by another monster like what we had in the Temple of Wind. Let's see. What do you say? It only gets worse from here on in. Yeah, let's save it really fast. Where could the water vessel be? I guess we should check out the water crystal first. Of course, let's check it out. And hopefully we won't have a boss fight right here.
This is... No! A shield already surrounds the crystal. The same as that I placed upon the Crystal of Wind. Then, does that mean Olivia already awakened this one? But it's so dim. It looks more like the shield was put up to stop the dark from swallowing the crystal entirely. The water vestal is the only one who could have created it, and now only she can remove it. She must have sensed what was happening sooner than I. She managed this just before the crystal was lost. And then she hid. I can't see what her reasons were, but she handled the situation brilliantly. I'm impressed. There's no risk of the crystal being swallowed up like this, or of any humans meddling with it. The fact that her shield stands is proof Olivia lives. Isn't it, Eri? Uh-huh. Wherever she is, she's doing fine. That's an enormous relief.
So that means we need to find her if we want to awaken the water crystal, right?
That's the best way, certainly, but not the only one. These shields can only be invoked by the Vestals of Fire, Water, Wind, and Earth, and dismissed by the same. But that's not to say that the Water Vestal's shield can only be dismissed by the Water Vestal. You should be able to get past your shield, Agnes, and awaken the water crystal too. Is that true? Yes, there are 2 such cases written of in the Crystalist scriptures. I think you should do it, here and now, while we have the chance. The whole world could fall into shadow if we don't hurry. We can search for Olivia as soon as we're done. I cannot. If the water crystal is to be awakened, it ought to be at Olivia's hands. The Rite of Awakening has been performed only a handful of times in the history of the Crystal Orthodoxy. It's only right that Olivia be the one to release the prayers of the lineage of water Vestals.
Well, yes, but we don't know where she is. Where do we even start looking?
Let us return and speak with the matriarch again.
I kinda agree with Agnes on this matter. We'll help her to do his job or her job with defeating the monster. I think that will be a monster inside of it. Why is the exclamation mark here? Will we have an event happening right away?
Let no believer escape. Show any who struggle no mercy.
They found us. It's over. All over.
Keep hope alive. We have to make it to safety. Now run!
What was our crime? Is a quiet life of piety such a grave offense?
We've done no wrong. No wrong at all.
I don't like this Valkyrie girl. I'm really sure that we'll fight her and then I don't know what will happen, but I'm waiting for it. This world is in ruins at the moment. I don't know why is it good for these people to ruin the ancient rules. What's going on here? It's really strange. They want the power, they want the money, they want all the girls here.
Not just empty, but utterly abandoned, you say? Still, it pains me to say I haven't a clue where the Vestal of Water may be. Indeed, I'd hope that might be something you could tell me on your return from the temple. I am sorry.
Then we're at an impasse.
What drove her into hiding to begin with?
Were the Eternian forces after her? If they wanted Agnes, it stands to reason.
Who was sent here to Florum?
The Blood Rose Legion! Do we go pick a fight?
I am a wanted criminal and you a traitor. We could be marching to our own executions.
If I may, this seems like a job for my journal, Let's see what hints it can offer. I'm not certain this is terribly relevant, but I found a curious passage.
What does it say? Anything could help.
Promise you won't get mad.
Very well.
The Wind Vestal entered the Sacred Flower Festival. And it ends there.
What? Wait, what?
Give it up, Ring-a-Bell. There's no way she's entering some tawdry pageant. Let me see that.
Huh. Well, I'll be. It really does say that.
Agnes? Hello? There's no call to panic here. Just because it says something in Ring-a-Bell's book doesn't mean you're forced to play along if you don't.
No, I'll do it.
What? Are you serious? Really?
Though the celebration has changed, the festival remains Florum's most important ritual, does it not?
Just so. It was a time of prayer for the year to come, for a bountiful harvest and freedom from illness or harm. One girl was chosen for her purity of heart to serve as flower maiden till the next year's festival. She would join the spirits in nurturing Florum's flowers. It was an honor and a great responsibility. But recent years have seen it become a hollow shell. They compete by skin-deep beauty alone.
Yet it still remains an important event, attended by all in Florum. If I enter, Olivia will know I've come to seek her out.
Aha! Then we won't have to look for her because she'll find us.
It's dangerous. That's a lot of attention you'll be calling to yourself.
I understand the risks, but if it means I am able to see Olivia, I will enter.
Then, I'll help however I can.
I'm not certain a man would get far in the competition, Tiz.
I didn't say I would enter!
This is all so roundabout. Are we really doing this? I still say awakening the crystal should come first. Are you listening? Hey! Eri, given the tasks that lie ahead, I think enlisting the aid of the other Vestals must come first.
I guess, but still. So, do you have any idea of how the new Sacred Flower Festival even works, Agnes?
I do not. Given all the changes here, the mind boggles.
Well, we did pick up that flyer. Let's have a look. Oh. Entrants will flaunt their beauty on the stage for all to see, it says.
Beauty contest. Plain and simple, then. From the sound of it, competition will be fierce.
I've no need to win. I need only alert Olivia to my presence.
But, and I say this with love, you're rather plain, dear. You could get lost in the sea of color.
Am I? Then what do you propose?
Luckily, the potential here is top-notch. Wouldn't you say, Tiz?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Look at him blush!
You're a gemstone in the rough, Agnes. That's my professional opinion.
Then tell me, what must I do?
I suppose step one is studying up on the trends here in Florum.
Alrighty. So we have to talk with that girl, but we have a party chat. Dress fashionable. What's fashionable here? Fashion? What? Fashionable. You know, fashionable. That's how the hip kids said it back home. Oh, have a look at this. Ta-da! Ah, heirloom, floral linen stole. That's lovely and so fashionable. No, fashionable, fashionable. Fashionable. Idea, where did you find it? I am envious. Aren't you? It was a gift from my mother years and years ago. If you wrap it around your leg, this, it makes for the perfect accent. Absolutely fashionable. You're always fashionable though, Idea. Not fashionable, fashionable. Although you're nearly as fashion-minded as she is, Ring a Bell. You're always fussing over your hair and your shoes are blinding. What can I say? I live my life in front of the mirror. A proper pompadour is a joy and a responsibility. Shoes and bells must match. But that's only the beginning. You don't know the half of it. Clothing I really like, I never wear. Don't want to get it dirty, do I? What use are clothes you can't wear? See, Tiz, you're the only country bumpkin in the group. Give this stole a try. Stalls on Guy are in this season. But the season is warm. What's the point of wearing a scarf when it's not cold out? Scarf? It's not a... Here, just try it. At times one must suffer to be fashionable. This has to look ridiculous. Oh well, I think of it as a sweet towel. This, you look very fashionable. You'd look right at home weeding a garden. Okay, this was a bit long and everything. I have to talk with this girl for sure, but before that I think I will end this episode and we will continue from here next time. I would like to thank you all for watching, and please don't forget to leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about what happened in this episode, and if you liked it then please give it a thumbs up, it really helps out a lot. And if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, then please do so, it would be really cool to see you in the team. Next part of Bravely Default will come really soon. Goodbye.